Good afternoon again, dear students. My name is Riyad Quba. I am an English teacher. I've been teaching English for about 14 years. And I am also a teacher, trainer, and a YouTube content creator. Before getting started, I would like to tell you a little bit about this YouTube channel, which I created especially for high school students. On this channel, you will find amazing videos that can help you study and revise your lessons on a daily and weekly basis if you want. You can find online lessons, writing strategies, and language exercises. So, for example, for the online lessons, you will find like videos for all the lessons that you will be studying during this year, and they are all created in a very creative way. In addition to that, you will also find a series of videos for both guided and free writing tasks. So please check out these videos. So for example, if you want to learn how to write a postcard, a letter, an advert, a speech, whatever you will be given this year in the exam, you can find videos that can help you write in a good way. The good thing about these videos is that they are all created, as I said earlier, in a very creative way. I wanted to help the students leave these lessons and really enjoy them. As you can see from these pictures, if you want, for example, to learn how to write a speech, I have performed this speech for you to make it more authentic and appealing to all of you. This series is very important. I consider this series very important because it contains tips and tricks to help students avoid the common mistakes when they answer the English exam questions. So please consider watching this series because it's very important. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram to get notified whenever I upload a new video. In today's lesson or session or live broadcast, we are going to focus on 3 language exercises that you are familiar with. The first one is put in the right and tense form. The second one, circle the right alternative, and fill in the blanks with the missing words. And I'm trying to give you some hints, some advice, some tips on how to deal with such exercises so that you can maximize your chances to get a full mark. Meanwhile, during this session, we will be revising some vocabulary related to this unit, which is entitled Creative Minds. We know that you have learned the scientific achievements, Nobel Prize, the brain drain, and other lessons. And we will revise some grammatical points as usual. So now we will move on to the second type of question, which is circle the right alternative. Circle the right alternative. This is also a common language exercise that students usually have in the exam. And as usual, before dealing with the question, I'm going to provide you with some tips and tricks on how to deal with this type of question. So again, the idea revolves around finding clues, hints, indicators, and so on to help you find the correct answer. And I will add here 1 point. First, as usual, we need to read the whole paragraph carefully. That's very essential. Then read every answer option and try to find that words or clues that might help you find the answer. Then we will use the process of elimination by eliminating wrong answers. So sometimes we find answers that are not correct or are not appropriate. So we will use the process of elimination by asking ourselves, can this be correct or can this be wrong? And at the end, of course, you have to select the best answer. Of course, as usual, we will read the paragraph, try to explain some words that might hinder your understanding, and then we will go sentence by sentence. So Alfred Nobel, the man behind the story of the Nobel Prize. Since 1901, the Nobel Prize has been honored men and women for outstanding achievements in physics. So let me explain the word outstanding here, which means exceptional. So these ideas should be exceptional, should be, as we said earlier, amazing, extraordinary achievements in physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and for work in peace. The foundations for the prize were laid in 1895 when Alfred Nobel, scientist, scientific, inventor, author, and pacifist. So while reading, try to think about the answers, and as usual, write them in the comment section below to read some of them. So Alfred Nobel wrote his last will. The will is the document that we write before our death. So, for example, you write something about your possessions, about your wealth in a letter, and this is a legal document. So it's called a will. So Alfred Nobel, before his death, wrote his will, a legal document, leaving much of his wealth, his possession, his money, to the establishment of the Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize in the sciences is universal, considered one of the most prestigious distinctions for significant contributions to scientific knowledge and development. Each year, the committees of the prize institutions send individual invitations to thousands of distinguished scientists, members of academies, university professors around the world, asking them to nominate candidates for a Nobel Prize for the coming year. Each committee, we know that a committee is a group of people. So we know here in the Royal Swedish Academy, there is a group of people for a specific, or chosen for a specific task here. So this committee here to choose the Nobel Prize laureates or winners evaluates, test, or describe the candidates for Nobel Prize for the coming year. Then each year, each committee evaluates, describe, test the nominations received, makes a selection. So here, what do? We have here one activity, then makes a selection and presents its recommendation to the institution. A vote is then took for the final choice of laureates. The choice of each year's laureates is announced in October, and the prizes are awarded at December 10th of every year, the anniversary of Alfred Nobel's death. So this is our paragraph. So we will take now one by one, and I will go over some of your answers and see if you have chosen the correct ones. So for the first one, as usual, let's use the tips that I've mentioned earlier with this question. So we have to find some clues that can help us find the answer. So the first one, since 1901, the Nobel Prize has been honored men and women from all corners of the globe for outstanding achievements. So the first indicator here is 1901. Since 1901. What do I use with since 1901? This is an indicator. What do we usually use with it? Of course, I am sure that you will say we will use the present perfect. Let's use now the process of elimination. Does it make sense when I say the Nobel Prize has been honored? It doesn't make sense. The Nobel Prize has been honored. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. The Nobel Prize has been honored. So if I say has been honored, this is the passive voice. For example, I can say I have been honored by your presence. I have been honored by your presence. So the Nobel Prize, the prize itself, cannot be honored. So we honor people with the Nobel Prize. So the correct, this one is not correct, and this one is not correct. So it's going to be the Nobel Prize has been honoring. Excellent. So we have simple girl. Yes, correct answer. Which then, yes, correct answer. Very good. So let me now explain why. This is the present perfect progressive. This is the present perfect progressive. What is the rule of the present perfect progressive? We know that the rule is has been or has or have plus been plus verb plus ing form. So when do we use it? We use it when we talk about actions happening in the past. So for example, here we have since 1901 and 2000 or 2021. Since 1901 until now, the Nobel Prize has been honoring both men and women. So it's an action that started in the past and is still continuing to the present time until the very moment of speaking. So there is here a focus on the action. So what is the action here? Which is honoring. So has been honoring. So I have two indicators showing that I have to that I can use, or I have to use the present perfect progressive when I have since and when I have for. Let me explain it more. If I say, for example, this is me. I am a teacher. As you can see, I started teaching in 2006 and I am still teaching. So this is past, this is present progressive. I am still teaching. I am still teaching. I started in the past and still teaching. So if I want to use the simple past plus the present progressive, so we will get the present perfect progressive. So I am going to say I have been teaching English for 15 years. I have been teaching English for 15 years. So that's very important. Next one, another sentence. This man is at the bus station. What is he doing? What is he doing? He is waiting for the bus. He started waiting hours ago. So again, here we have past, and here we have present progressive. So again, together, I will say that this man has been waiting for the bus for hours. And where is he now? He is at the bus station. What does this mean? That he is still waiting for the bus. The foundations for the prize were led in 1895 when Alfred Nobel, scientist, scientific, inventor, author, and pacifist, wrote his last will, leaving much of his wealth to the establishment of the Nobel Prize. So here, what are our indicators for this one? Let's see what we have. We have inventor, we have author, and we have pacifist. And by the way, pacifist means he was opposed to wars. He was not in favor of wars because he invented the dynamite and he founded the Nobel Prize. So here, so he was a pacifist, he was an author, and he was an inventor. So what am I going to choose here? So And as you can see, we have commas here. We have commas. So we will need another noun of the person. So let me first explain the suffixes or and ist. So we know that or, so the suffixes are the letters that we add after the root of the word, and the prefixes are the letters that we add before. So here we have the ist and we have the or. Or, what does it indicate? The suffix or is used to create nouns of agency, indicating a person or thing that performs an action from verbs. Here are some examples. So the verb to invent, the person who invents is called an inventor. The person who acts is called an actor. The person who creates is called a creator. The person or the thing that originates is called an originator. The person who supervises is called a supervisor. So let's carry on. We are going to choose, as we said earlier, the word scientist because Alfred Nobel is the person. He was. Can we say Alfred Nobel is science? No, it doesn't make sense. Can we say that Alfred Nobel scientific? No, it doesn't make sense. So with the correct answer here, Alfred Nobel, he was a scientist, an inventor, an author, and a pacifist. So the correct answer is going to be scientist. Excellent. Yes, parallel structure. Good. Next sentence. The Nobel Prize in the sciences is universal, considered one of the most prestigious distinctions for significant contributions. So significant here means honors for significant contributions. So what is the correct answer for this one? The Nobel Prize is, this is my first indicator. And here we have considered. So what do I need before verb to be? And what do I need before the past participle? We have already said that earlier. So what is the correct answer? What do we need in between? We can only need an adverb. So the correct answer here is universally, grammatically speaking, to be plus adverb plus past participle. And for the others, we cannot say the Nobel Prize in sciences, in the sciences is universal. So these are not correct. Great. Then each year, the committees of the prize awarding award institutions send individual invitations to thousands of distinguished scientists. Again, this is my indicator here. I have a noun. So what do we need before a noun? We will need an adjective. Adjective plus noun. Good. So here the examiner wants to test our knowledge about the compound adjective, which is noun plus verb plus ing, and this is called present participle, not past. It's the present participle. So let me give you an example before doing the one we have in the question. These countries speak English. The United States, Canada, Australia, and other countries in the world speak English. So these are English speaking countries. English speaking countries. So this is the compound adjective. Very good. Another example, robots save a lot of time. So why do we use robots nowadays? Because they are time, this is the noun, saving, this is the verb plus ing form. And this is our example. The Royal Swedish Academy, this is the Royal Swedish Academy. So this academy, what does this academy do? Awards prizes. So it's a prize awarding institution. And we have to keep this hyphen here. Prize awarding institution. So because we have a noun here, we will need an adjective. So we have this one is a noun plus a verb plus ing form. So it's a prize awarding institution. Good. Next one, each committee tests, describe, evaluates the nominations received, makes a selection, and presents its recommendations to the institution. So again, what are my hints? What are my indicators? And what are my clues for this sentence? Let's see. Each committee tests, describe, evaluates the nominations received, comma, makes a selection, and presents its recommendation to the institution. So these are my indicators. Together with each committee. There are many committees, each one. So is it singular or plural? So my first indicator is the use of the simple present tense. And the second one, when we have the indefinite pronouns like each, one, either, neither, everyone, everybody, all of these indefinite pronouns, they must be used with a singular verb. So I have two indicators, either the each or the use of the simple present tense. And here again, parallelism. So I have to keep my sentence paralleled. So let's use the process of elimination. Since I have S here and S here, so I'm going to choose either tests or evaluate. So this one is not correct. So here I have to understand the context. Does this committee or the committee in general test or evaluate the nominations received? What is the role of this committee? What is the main role? Is it to test or to evaluate? Let me show you the difference between test and evaluate. To test, it means to take measures to check the quality, the performance, or reliability. So this is test. It's like in physics. You do some experiments, you test. But to evaluate, to judge or calculate the quality or importance or the amount or value of something in general. So what is the role of this committee? Is it to test again or to evaluate? The role is to evaluate. So it's not to test. They don't test the invention, they evaluate the invention, whether it is outstanding or not. So this is the role of this committee. The next one, a vote is took for the final choice of laureates. Laureates are those who are awarded. For example, you are a baccalaureate student. So at the end of this school year, the laureates, the students who will have the best averages, they will go to the castle of the president, Carthage castle, and they will be awarded. These students from each major, from each branch, will be awarded based on their achievements. So they are called laureates. So again, here we have our indicator, which is the verb to be. The vote. After evaluating the invention or the achievements, a vote is taken. Again, as we said earlier, we have to use the passive voice. So here we want to show interest, as we said earlier, in the person, in the object itself. So a vote is taken to choose the final laureates. As an example here, Ahmed Zuwail was awarded the Nobel Prize by the Royal Swedish Academy. So again, I want to focus on Ahmed Zuwail as a person. And NASA's Perseverance rover was manufactured by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So this is the correct answer. Let's move on to the last one. The choice of each laureates is announced in October, and the prizes are awarded at December 10th of every year, the anniversary of Alfred Nobel's death. So what is the correct answer here? My indicator is December 10th. What is December 10th? It is a date, and the rule is on plus date. This is a date. But if I have, for example, June, so we will use in. If I have June 21st, so this becomes a date. So it becomes on. A date is composed of a month plus the day. Okay, so that's why we are going to choose here on. If you have a problem with the prepositions of time, because you need the prepositions of time and place when you write biographies, so please check out this video and print this picture to add it to your portfolio. This is a summary of the uses of the prepositions of time and place. So we usually use at either for specific locations or for specific times. But when it becomes more specific, we use on. And when we talk about something in general, we use on. Very good. So let's carry on this exercise. This is the final correction. We will do a vocabulary exercise. We will complete the table with the missing words, either from the text or from your own knowledge. As you can see, we have 4 columns: verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and nouns. When we form adjectives, we will use these suffixes: able, ent, it, ik, ing, if, and ous. But if you are going to form a noun, we will either add ins, ment, or shin. So all of these are suffixes. So the first one is to stand out. The adjective, as we said, is outstanding, which means amazing, extraordinary, something that is great. The adverb is greatly, and the noun is stand out. To achieve, the adjective. What is the adjective that comes from achieve? Are we going to say or add achievable, achievant, achieved, achievik, achieving, achieve, achieve? It's difficult to pronounce, and achieves. So which one are we going to use? So the correct answer here is achievable. Something that is achievable, it is something that you can achieve. It's not difficult to achieve. And the noun is achievement. As you can see, we have added ment, and we have added here achievable. Next one, to found. Let me give you an example. Mark Zuckerberg is the founder of Facebook. So he is the founder. To found. Facebook was founded in 2004. So the noun. What is the noun? The noun of the person is founder, and the noun, as I said, it is foundation. Foundation. The foundations for the prize were led in 1895. So the verb to establish, the adjective is established, and the noun is establishment. And for the verb to invent, the adjective is inventive. The adverb is inventively. So again, this is an adjective, and we have added ly. As you can see, adjective plus ly. For signify, the adjective is significant, and the adverb is significantly, and the noun is significance. The noun is prestige. The adverb is prestigiously. So the adjective is going to be prestigious. And science is the noun. The adjective the adjective is scientific, and the adverb is scientifically. So these are. Please print out this page and add it to your portfolio, because these are very important words that you need when you deal with the language exercises.